Good afternoon, New York City. This is Boomer with your 12 hits at 12 noon. It's a stunning day outside, a balmy 73 degrees. And here it is, your number one most requested song, Nothing But Love for You, Baby.
Hey, girl, hey.
Oh, hey, Susie. How was your night?
It was good.
Do you remember that kid from last night?
Aperol Spritz guy?
Yeah,
Michael, you didn't.
I did.
You slut! Tell me everything.
Well, it was the usual one-night hookup situation, you know?
Yep, happens to me all the time.
Sex, pass out, awkward morning coffee.
Funny. Awkward is exactly how I take my morning coffee.
But then he wanted to go for brunch.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, right?
Poor kid. Michael, you didn't make him do the walk of shame, did you?
Well, yeah. I mean, he's just here in the city visiting. He'll be fine.
Wow, Michael.
Well, he waited for me last night until we closed. I couldn't blow him off. And I wasn't gonna have sex with him. He was just so forward.
Tourists.
It's true. I have zero need for that in my life.
Well, I gotta hand it to him. At least the kid's persistent.
Michael. Can I talk to you?
Yeah, just give me a second.
Jesus, Michael. Be careful. Hashtag you too.
He's fine.
He's fine if you like college children.
Bitch.
Hag.
Everything okay?
Yeah. You know how, life, it's weird and, you can think one thing, but then it's not, it's something else. You know what I mean? Okay. I don't want to freak you out. I know who you are.
What?
You were stationed at Loring Air Force Base in Maine, yeah?
Yes?
You had a lover, Chris.
Oh, no. You need to go.
You were together for 2 years.
Who the fuck are you? OSI?
What is that?
It's like the military version of the FBI. Now, how the fuck did you know about me and Chris? Nobody knows about this.
Okay, take it easy. It's okay. I was his boyfriend.
What? And we hooked up last night.
We were together
Why?
for 3 years.
Great. Chris Williams finally came out. Noted.
Will you let me finish, please?
No, I ought to have you arrested for stalking.
He's dead.
How?
Cancer. He wanted me to find you.
Don't really know what to say right now.
He cried when he talked about you. So he wanted me to find you and apologize for what happened.
Well, that was quite an apology.
He insisted that I find you.
Look, there's nothing to apologize for. It was a different time.
Okay. First of all, I have zero expectations of you. I've just been a little off lately, and I got drunk and a little out of control last night, so big fucking deal. What happened between you and me? Not part of the plan. And then, it was difficult this morning to find an appropriate time to tell you between our bouts of riveting conversation, so I'm telling you now. Done. His memorial service is next weekend in Vermont. I'm going if you want to come. So you can either accept his apology or you can fuck off. Oh, and here, he wanted you to have this.
right through me, baby. I can see right through you too, my dear. But there's one thing I can't picture, and there's one thing I'll atone for those years ago. All the gruesome tales of alcohol, the blood-stained pair of boots we shared. Don't go slow into the night. We won't fall short of the fight. Don't go slow. Just let me take you home. Don't go slow into the night. We won't fall short of the fight. Don't go slow. Just let me take you home.
So, yeah, we were stationed at Loring Air Force Base. We were one of the few remaining B-52 squadrons in the U.S.
Slub Shack.
The B-52 was an airplane. Stratofortress, the big, ugly, fat fucker.
What?
Well, it was a beast of a bomber, really big and goofy. It had these tip wheels on the ends of each wing so it wouldn't drag the ground as it taxied.
Wow.
Me and Chris were part of the team that took care of the runway. My call sign was Hollywood.
Hollywood?
Well, yeah. He called me a Hollywood-looking motherfucker one day over the radio, and it just kind of stuck.
So, tell me about it. The first time. How did it happen?
I had the top bunk in the room that we shared. And one night, I woke up to the sound of Chris jerking off. He wanted me to hear him. So one night I worked up the nerve and joined in so he could hear me too. And, he only got louder. Then one night we were asked to house sit for some friends of ours. That's where I learned he was really good at the let's pretend I'm asleep game.
That's what he said.
He had fallen asleep behind me on the couch watching some really bad Steven Seagal movie.
Your arm was up against the couch, and he rolled over and rubbed his boner up against it.
And I responded in kind.
God, so hot.
Is this weird?
Yeah.
It's weird. It's cathartic, but it's weird.
Wait. So, the Air Force guy is your ex-boyfriend, and this Alan's kid's ex-boyfriend. What the actual F?
Well, I mean, I see what Chris saw in Alan. He's an old soul. He's really grounded.
I just can't believe your life right now. I mean, you're sort of dating the widower of a guy you dated in the Air Force. And you get together and tell stories about this dead guy.
You can't make it up.
I mean, you could make it up, but then it would have to be like a Lifetime movie of the week. Ooh, could we call it the Bermuda Love Triangle?
Very funny. Tonight on a very special episode of Sister Wives.
So when are you seeing him again?
He wants me to go to Vermont tomorrow, so I may need a couple days off. That's okay.
It's fine. Take as much time off as you need. Planning your honeymoon already?
It's Chris's memorial service this weekend.
Well, that's not a romantic getaway at all. Take all the time you need. I've got this.
Thanks, bitch.
You're welcome, Hag. Pull your miss shit up.
Okay.
What would have happened to you guys if you had gotten caught?
They used to joke about gay people being sent to Fort Leavenworth prison. I definitely would have been dishonorably discharged, no questions asked.
Yeah.
My life would have been ruined.
So what happened in the end?
Rumor got out that we were being investigated by the OSI, and Chris found out about it. He thought it would look better if he moved out. So, he moved to the room next door. Back then, the enlisted quarters were kind of like college dorms. 2 rooms shared a bathroom, so we were still connected.
Tiptoeing through the bathroom late at night for a rendezvous, huh?
That's exactly what happened. We did that for months. We couldn't hang out in public anymore, so no more parties, no more weekends, no more camping trips, just 2 people hooking up in the middle of the night like a couple of vampires.
Sounds beautiful. And sad.
It was a lot harder than I thought it would be. I was in love and I had no idea when that had happened.
No other men in your sight.
Not even one. I mean, whenever I was with him in the middle of the night, everything was perfect.
Yeah.
And then the sun would come up.
Wow.
That summer we had a squadron barbecue out in the field next to the dorms. Lots of booze and food everywhere. And I saw Chris hanging with a few airmen. I overheard the words gay and faggot and saw them laughing and pointing in my direction. That night I went and knocked on his door like usual, and he never answered. He never talked to me again. Wouldn't even look at me.
So, that's what happened. Is that when you tried to kill yourself? I'm sorry.
It's okay. Boy, he really did tell you everything, didn't he?
You really don't have to.
It's... No, it's okay. I went to the BX. It's kind of like the base shopping mall. I bought 5 boxes of sleeping pills, a huge bottle of whiskey, and downed it. All of it. When they wheeled me past his room that night, he was crying. Looking at me like I had betrayed him in the worst way ever. Next day I woke up in the hospital and my throat was all scratchy from the tubes they had to shove up my nose and down my throat. They had to pump my stomach. An OSI officer stopped by my hospital room and asked me to fill out a statement. So I did. I told them literally everything. How I had been in love. And we started out as friends. I didn't want to throw him under the bus, so I made it all sound like it was my problem, you know? I was called in by my commander about a month later. Tell me that the case was closed. So I asked her about this statement I'd written out, and she said, "What statement?" Anyway, I was transferred to Vandenberg Air Force Base and finished out my time there.
You know, the last time we visited his home in Vermont, before he got sick, we took a case of beer up to that hill beside his house, where he wants his ashes scattered. And we drank and laughed and talked for hours about stupid shit. Lounged on each other and watched the sun go down. And just at that moment where it gets dark enough to make you wonder what it is you're seeing, like your eyes are tricking you, we heard him. A giant buck breathing right behind us. We both turned and looked, but we couldn't see him. He was there. Breathing, snorting, pawing at the ground. It's almost as if he were trying to tell us to get the hell off of his hill. No matter how hard we looked, we could not see him. We could only hear him. But he was there.
Sorry for your loss. Sorry you've had to listen to all this.
Ah, don't be stupid. I love a good story.
Good stories make for good road trips. Vermont?
Yeah. I'll go get the car.
Dear Michael, it's been a long time. When you knew me, I was scared, and I lived my life in constant fear of people finding out who I really was. I pushed you away and hurt you in the process. I hope you can forgive me for that. I'm so proud of the man you've become by living your truth. I'm finally living mine. Somehow knowing that our life together would have been perfect in another place and time, that's enough for me. Take good care of Alan. He's made my life a better place to be. Until we meet again, love, Chris.
You ready?
Yeah. I'm ready.
Looking at us closer, I can see all of our faults, my love. All the scars and the bruises as we climb out of this hole we dug. But there's one thing I can't picture, and there's one thing I'll atone for all those years ago. bloodstained pair